Hello and welcome back to the land of SIKA, and when we left off we had just eliminated the Yan dynasty, and that's actually happened now. Yeah, that has actually happened. Officially they are eliminated, which is kind of rare. It's kind of rare to see that. Usually in Bannerlord you're gonna see these factions continue to exist long after you have taken all of their fiefs, because the leader refuses to, get out of there and so on and so forth. But no, this time around the Yan dynasty is completely gone. They are eliminated and their vassals have all now run away and joined other factions, which I gotta say I'm not a big fan of. It's actually gonna be pretty harsh, because the way that we do things, I'm not sure if we got any people. That's the problem. I don't know whether we got any of those vassals to join the Lamoka. If they did join the Lamoka, then that's obviously fantastic, but if they didn't, then that's just going to make the remaining factions just that much more powerful, which is obviously something we would like to try and prevent. I don't even know what to go for here. I guess I'm going to go for Braced or something like that. I really have no idea. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna probably, I'm here as well, by the way. Yes, I'm in nekenian territory, but here's the thing. Quite a few people in the comments are talking about my custom troops and basically saying, look at this, you're defeating these guys so fast and so easily, it's a travesty, it's terrible that you're gonna be able to defeat these fellows so quickly. Well, of course, the Yan dynasty was in a situation where they basically could be defeated by, well, I would say probably pretty much anyone. Anyone could go in there with a significant enough army and probably beat them, because they just didn't have the resources to be able to defend themselves and all that wonderful stuff. And I don't think that really matters that much if I had horse archers or not. I think in general, if anyone had relatively high tier units, and I'm just talking about generally, if they had, tier 5, tier 6 units, maybe even some tier 7s here and there, they'd probably be able to, defeat the Yan dynasty, just because they didn't have pretty much anything to be able to fund their armies to create these really high tier troops. So that's my answer to that. But because I like to keep things a little bit fresh and a little bit challenging and so on and so forth, I will be making my way back to my settlement. You obviously don't have to watch all of that. I'm going to be cutting that all out. But I'm basically going to be traveling all the way back to my settlement, and I'm going to be changing my custom troops, at least the highest tier of troop. I'm not going to change anything else, just the highest tier. So I'm still going to have Broccoli. Still going to have Broccoli being, kind of like a horse archer based character, but eggplants, they're all going to be changed to something different. And I'm thinking at the moment, either heavy infantry with sword and shield, or heavy infantry with two-handed and thrown weapons. I'm thinking that is probably going to be quite fun to watch. At least I hope so. But as I said in the previous episode, it's going to be a little bit slow for us to move around the world map and all that stuff. Anyway. Enough of that talking and so on and so forth. I've been basically just standing here because I want to show you this. LOTAS, right? We know her, right? Yeah, she was from the quest line. Yeah, she was from the quest line way back in the land of SIKA. And unfortunately, we married her off to some random person in the Yan dynasty. We executed him very recently, and now she obviously doesn't have a husband. So what can we do? Well, I can go and visit her. And now I think you might be, yes, you might be somewhat surprised to learn that this is what she says. That's it. Yeah. That is literally all she says, which I gotta say I'm really disappointed by, because obviously she has some extremely good medicine skill, but that's pretty much it. She doesn't really have anything else, which is, I suppose, okay. I don't think it's too bad if she goes off now, because by this time I actually have 146 in medicine skill, but it would have just been nice to regain her in our party, because it would be nice to get the old gang back together, so to speak. You know, I think that would have been actually pretty cool. But unfortunately, no. I, of course, now am unable to do that. So instead, I'm actually going to try and marry a lady from Nekenia. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I want to do this is I want to try and weaken the Nekenians, because I'm pretty sure the Nekenians, it's either going to be Nekenia or Yarians or Mogrians that are going to be declaring war against us relatively soon. So let's just go very quickly into the encyclopedia. Not sure why it's auto-saving right now, but thank you very much. Anyway, so let's go over to heroes. Let's go female. Let's go alive. Obviously, they need to be alive. And Nekenia, then Lord and Lady, and not married. Wow, there's actually a pretty significant amount of them. What about Vega? Vega sounds cool. What's this? Oh yeah, she seems cool. All right, all right. She's got some wonderful skills, a wide array of different skills right there. And she's got some decent... Does she have engineering skill? She doesn't have engineering skill, but I guess that doesn't really matter because I'm actually attempting to level that up as we speak. So let's actually see where she is. So she is over here. All right. So I'm going to make my way over here, and we're going to see whether she's around there. Now, bear in mind that LOTAS used to be a passive unit, right? You remember that? You know, she used to be someone that would basically just stand in a keep somewhere. She doesn't have any combat skills to speak of. So she is, well, I'm not going to say useless in a fight, but she's going to be having a very difficult time participating in battles. However, now she is an actual vassal. This is actually really weird. I don't think... I'm pretty sure this was not meant to happen. Let's just say that. I'm pretty sure that that was not supposed to occur at all. I'm pretty sure that LOTAS was supposed to remain with the player party. But unfortunately, being me, I decided to do something hilarious and not see that indeed, you know, there was a marriage proposal and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to say, hello there. I wish to profess myself your most ardent admirer. Perhaps you and I. There we go. All right. So we're going to be speaking to her once again. Oh no. Am I condemning her to death? I think I probably am. Okay, here we go. So yeah, obviously this is just a very, very easy 100% chances for the first couple of options that we get to select here. And then I will just wait for a little bit of time, and then hopefully we'll be able to speak to her again. We need to be a bit careful though, because you never know whether she's going to leave. And actually, let's get some action going on here. There's 9 lords in the tournament. What do you say we actually participate and see what's going on? There's also a Jan Lord horse here, which I think is pretty good. I'm not entirely sure how good this is, but I did actually just gain the tournament perk. The tournament perk that allows me to bet more money. It allows me to bet, I think, what is it, 100% more money or something like that? Double my bets. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool, because now instead of betting 150, I'm betting 300. So let's see how we do here, because I don't think I've ever done a nekenian tournament. So let's see how it goes. I'm not looking forward to it, because it seems like some of these fellows do actually have polearms, which now means that I could potentially be graced with the wonder that is a polearm in my own one-on-one rounds, which I would very much not like. I would really prefer for that not to be the case, because, let's face it, polearms are absolutely terrible in one-on-ones. And you can quite clearly see that. Look at that. Look at how amazing this Nekenian warrior is doing. They were basically doing no damage to each other the entire time. That is really, really funny. But thankfully, these fellows right here, they're pretty easy to pick off. And the only thing I can really hope for is that my forces... Oh, Melethvon was actually included in the fight as well. It would have been really, really good to actually get her in the later rounds too, to be fair. Because if we did, then we wouldn't have to fight one of the highly powered up enemy vassals. Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea then. Oh well, never mind. This guy doesn't actually seem to be that difficult, as you can see. He has some pretty decent one-handed skill, but I was able to best him nevertheless, which is actually quite nice. And let's skip the round right here, and then we'll go on to the next one. Here we go. All right, so I'm actually on the same team. All right, I'm on the same team, and I have a spear and throwing axes. Right. Okay. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I'm just going to switch this to a melee weapon, as you do. Because, yeah, that's something that maybe you don't know about. I don't know. I mean, most people, I think, that have played Warband and may have played a rather large amount of this would know, but maybe you don't. But you can press X on your keyboard, and that will change a thrown weapon's ability to leave your hand when you unleash it and throwing it at an opponent, and it will change it to a melee weapon, which is actually really cool. In the case of the axes, of course. If you have javelins, then good luck, because I'm never going to be able to defeat anyone with a javelin. I mean, it's happened. It has happened, but I would not like to do it again, that's for sure. So use the two that I have available here. You scoundrel. Alright, yeah, so use the two, and then we will switch. There we go. This is going to be very easy. Yep, as you can quite clearly tell. Super, super easy. This axe is actually remarkably good in close quarters combat. You wouldn't think so, because it's supposed to be a thrown weapon, and its melee damage is going to be a little bit less than what you would normally expect, but it's actually really, really good. Just from its sheer size. It has a very, very small size to it, and as a result, it's very easy to handle and everything. Nice hit, and oh wow, she blocked completely poorly right there. Did you see that? That was crazy. But there you go. That was yeah, the axes are actually really fun to use. That actually makes me want to create a character that uses an axe or something like that, because these axes are amazing. Obviously not on horseback, but in close quarter situations, oh yeah, give me a short reach axe any day of the week. That's really going to be super, super useful. Anyway, Jan Hordlos, yes, that's what I said. Okay, yeah, let's just move on from Horde Loss, I said. Yeah, very good. Okay, let's not dwell on it, even though I did just dwell on it for a rather considerable amount of time. Anyway, I'm actually going to be purchasing something like this. We have a significant amount of money at the moment, and I'm actually thinking I would like to protect my horse, because this horse is amazing, as you can quite clearly tell. It is probably one of the best horses in the game. I don't know whether that is indeed the case, but I think it is one of the best. And so I'm going to be trying to protect it with some decent armor here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. There we go. 64 horse armor, and that's 32,000. All right. So now let's wait here for some time, as I said I was going to do beforehand. So that was a nice, quick tournament. Relatively easy for us to win, mostly because of our luck in regards to people giving us the great weapons, you know, because otherwise it's very, very difficult for me to win, actually, those things. Anyway, oh, did she leave? Oh, no. Where did she go? Oh, dear. Okay, no, it says she's still here. Did I miss her? No. No, I didn't miss her at all. Okay, so it seems... Oh, dear. Yeah, it seems like... Ah, yeah, she's gone. She's gone. Yeah, see, now this is the problem with attempting to woo someone who is an actual vassal, because they are going to be on the way. You know, they're going to be running around wherever they can. And that's going to be a bit... Oh, wait a minute. She's hiding in between the rest of them. Okay, yeah. Is she telling me something? Is she telling me something that she doesn't want to marry us? Yeah, that might be very well the case. Anyway, let's have a look here. Hello there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I only have 1 point to go for. Now, here's the reason for that. The charm skill perk that I took, I think it was charm skill, and that reduces the persuasion options to 1, which is amazing. I really cannot recommend it enough, because if you go for someone that is an enemy culture and you've taken the perk that is in relation to that, it is so incredibly useful. Alright, so Carver is actually the head of the family. Is he here? No, of course he's not here. How wonderful. All right, where are you, Mr. Carver? Okay, I'm never going to find him in a million years. Let me see. There he is. Okay. He is... Oh, he's actually here, but he's been defeated. Yeah, okay. He's actually here, but he's been defeated. So I guess I just need to wait for a little bit of time, and then we'll see whether we can actually speak to him. Ah, we finally found him. Alright, so this fellow has been extremely elusive, and I haven't been able to pin him down for whatever reason. I was waiting at that previous town for, I believe, maybe even 2 in-game weeks. I'm actually not entirely sure how long it was. It felt like time just slowed down to a crawl, but I was waiting there for a long time. Anyway, here he is. I wish to discuss the final terms of my marriage. Yeah, there we go. All right, fantastic. And there we go. We're just going to give him 1,400. I'm literally just going to give him 1,400, or should we say 1,407. And that's it. All right, there we go. Oh my. What does it say in the book about vegetable marrying Margarita before? I think it was something like... what wasn't it 1088 or something along those lines? That's just absolute insanity, really, that we lost someone and then literally gained another one that fast. I mean, come on now. It's almost as though we're taking them out for their money, even though that's technically not. We don't want that. We don't even need that. What we're really wanting is just someone to stick around, pretty much, right? Okay, yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be making my way back here. Yeah, we're also, of course... Oh, wow, we have 100 relation with this guy now. But yeah, anyway, what we're going to be doing now is literally... what is... VEGA, right? Yeah, VEGA. So let's just go and we're going to do that through the party screen. Or the clan screen, or whatever it is. And this is what... Oh, VEGA is not available right now. Lovely. Oh, everything seems to be just turning up absolutely wonderful for me at this point. We seem to consistently have issues. Anyway, increase your drawing speed with throwing weapons, increase your troops drawing speed, sure, whatever. I think that sounds pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, as I said before, I'm going to be doing a little bit of customizing to my custom troops, and then we're going to be running around with a full band of heavy infantry, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I've completed the customization on our units, and I'm going to be taking you through that in just a second, but here's the thing. I wanted to show you what we're actually going to be upgrading and what my military camp is on as well, because I actually mentioned that I had leveled up my military camp a little bit, because it says here, every level of military camp will reduce the 2%, well, reduce 2% of your own custom troops' salary. And so at the moment I have, well, I have 4, right? So that means I have 8, and that's pretty good in my opinion. That's 8%. 8% reduced wages. So technically I could do that again. It's going to cost me another 1,000, or I could get another level of market. And I'm thinking I'm going to get another level of market at the moment because I have enough to be able to do that. I'd like to get that to level 10, and otherwise these are my custom troops. I haven't changed anything else, as I said before. None of these have been changed, but the eggplants. So these guys are the only ones that have changed. I haven't changed their armor or anything like that. All I changed was they don't have a bow anymore and they don't have a mount. That's pretty much it. However, you do have to bear in mind that if you, as far as I'm aware, if you already have this unit in your army, you're going to have to pay some kind of fee to be able to change its equipment. And I had to do that with every single one of our ranged weapons. So the noble bow, it took about 10,000 dinars to replace. And the 2 sets of arrows, you won't believe it, but it literally took 21,000 each to replace. Which I'm not entirely sure why, but apparently arrows are a bigger deal than the bow itself. But so yeah. So that basically cost me about 50,000 total. Thankfully, removing the mount didn't cost me anything, of course. And we are still going to use the Thammaskeen steel 2-hander. I mean, I could select something a little bit different. I'm going to be using a 2-handed. I thought to myself, should I use a 2-handed or should I use a sword and a shield? And for me, I think it's going to be a case of, well, I'd like it to be kind of fun. And so I think that if we have the ability to lose units really, really easily, I know that may seem super weird, right? But it's true. You know, if we have the ability to lose units like this, then I think it's probably going to be a bit more intense, a bit more dynamic, you know, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm going for right here. And otherwise, I'm not entirely sure what to even go for. As you can see, most of these are not as good as the Thermoskeen Steel two-handed. You can see here it does 132 swing damage, which in my opinion is more than pretty much anything else I can find, including the Honor Knight two-handed sword, the Lamoka no Dachi. There's a bunch of others here as well, but they're all relatively similarly statted, and nothing beats 132 damage as far as I can tell. So there really is no reason for me to use anything else, so I'm not going to spend any more money replacing it. So there you go. Anyway, so there we are. We're now done, finally, with all of our management and customizations and so on and so forth. And now what we're going to do is we're hopefully going to be able to recall VEGA to our party. It's going to take 4 hours. Got to be a bit careful about the White Frost Temple. They're actually running away from me. Should I try out my new units against these guys? I've got 97 eggplants. What do you think? 97 eggplants. I mean... Oh, Vega's joined. Wow, that was really fast. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it, right? Let's do it. Let's go straight on in here and see what happens. I mean, we've got an autosave, so even if I have to run away or something, maybe I can just reload or something, because we are testing out something at the moment. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. It very much depends on what happens, because obviously if I lose my entire army to a test, especially considering I usually do testing off screen, you know, just to test things out, make sure that things are actually working as intended. Anyway, I'm going to be basically playing the same way, but let me know if you want me to change, but I don't think it's really going to work, because at this point in the game, your character build is very much set. And I don't think it's really going to be very viable for me to change my weapon setup at this point. You know, that's basically just going to be a huge waste of points that I've put into archery and all the time that I've spent and all that, you know, wonderful stuff. So there really is no point in me doing that. But I am going to try and get a bunch of headshots against these guys. Oh, they have no idea how to raise their shields, apparently. This is very good for me. Okay, they are actually raising their shields a bit now, so that's not particularly good. But yeah, we just want to get as many headshots against these guys as possible. You can see my my mounted units, my Dark Wave Knights, they're coming in here. Obviously, I can't do anything about how they are equipped. So, of course, you know, we're going to have those coming in every so often doing their thing. Oh, please, no. No. Oh, don't die. Thank you. Okay, I'm actually really pleased that we're super close to my own settlement as well, because that means I'll be able to go into my hospital and I can just get my HP back. So even if we do have some issues, that shouldn't be too bad. I think that should be alright. And how are my forces doing so far? I mean, is this going to be a wave of death and destruction? Or is it literally just going to be an utter defeat on my part? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, so far, things are not going terribly well, but these fellows do have one-handeds and shields. So, no, it seems like they are absolutely being murdered, which is exactly what we wanted, of course. And I'm just going to try and continue to get some skill in bows here. I should probably get some polearm skill, shouldn't I? I mean, killing one of these is definitely going to get me a lot of experience, or at least I would think so, right? So let me actually just do a little bit of that. Hello there. These are the kinds of units I absolutely love fighting with my polearm, because, I mean, obviously, if they're running, I say, ooh, yes, these are the kinds of units I very much, you know, like fighting, because they're running. Ah, yeah, what a fantastic sentence that is. But yeah, the point is, units that don't have polearms primarily equipped are very, very fun for me to fight as a cavalry person, but as it is, it's, you know, usually you're going to be fighting these guys and they're going to have their polearms out if, you know, if they know what's good for them, pretty much. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to level up my polearms here a little bit, because I do have a significant amount of focus points in that. Come on now. Get him. Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Can they... This guy is doing so... He's just taking... He's taking hits like candy. He really is. He's taking hits like candy. Technically, I could retreat right now, and I probably will now, but let's actually just take a quick look. How many did we lose? We lost 2 eggplants and 2 dark wave knights. Okay, I think I can deal with that. I can deal with that. That's not too bad. This guy actually got himself taken prisoner. Not entirely sure why. Oh, Mr. Pelisaur. You imbecile. Ah, well. That is to be expected, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so we can now take these guys prisoner. Now, this is actually really cool. Taking these guys prisoner and then being able to persuade them to join us, I'm actually really, really pleased about this. So maybe it was actually a good idea for me to attack them, because 48 of these guys, I don't know how good they are, by the way. They could be absolutely terrible, because it felt to me like they weren't that strong in comparison to the Dark Wave Knights, but obviously that's very much I don't know, I think that's more subjective, or very much a case of situational to how effective they're going to be, because if you take a look at these guys, I mean, they're crazy good. Look at that. They have 265 in polearms, 260 in one-handed. They're amazing. They're very, very good. But for some reason, we were able to win that remarkably easy. Not sure why. Because those guys, they were relatively nicely in formation. Maybe it's just the amount of damage I was able to do myself. It might have just been that, to be honest. Because if you think about how much damage I was actually able to do there, it's not out of the realm of possibility to assume that maybe I had a deciding factor in it. Who knows? Anyway, Vega is now with us, which is very nice. We've got some potatoes and turnips to level up as well, by the way, so I'm basically just going to be keeping them around just so that we can get them leveled up. And otherwise, I don't really think we have anything else here. Okay, yeah. So now, did I get a Chaos Stone from that, by the way? I should have, right? Oh, I didn't even see. Oh well, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, really, whether I get a Chaos Stone from it or not, because we generally have the ability to earn Chaos Stones almost instantly every single week, because the what is it now? The banished area is relatively easy for us to complete now, and we don't really need to worry about it too much. Obscure Soul Inquisition. Shall we try fighting one of those? We have no war at the moment, so that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Okay, so there's another offer for Malethvon. Okay, yeah, so let's actually go up against these guys. Bear in mind, these guys are, in my opinion, more dangerous than the ones we just fought. Quite a bit more dangerous. So, I should have gone into my settlement, actually, and used the hospital like I said I was going to. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh well, never mind. We can't really do much about that now, can we? Okay, these guys are they literally running from me? You are actually running from me. I have a bunch of turnips in my party, sir. Are you serious? Oh well. Yeah, they turned around. Okay, fantastic. That was really, really nice. Okay, so let's just go straight on in and see what we can do. Bear in mind, these guys don't have shields. So it might very well be pretty easy for us to achieve victory here, but these guys gave me huge problems in one of my tests that I did off screen, probably 10 episodes ago or something like that. A long, long time ago, let's just say that. It was not pretty, let's just say. It was very, very devastating. And I thought, okay, not going to be fighting those guys ever again. That was basically my thought process in regards to that. You can see here, we actually do pretty decent damage to them. We can actually kill them in one hit if we get a good headshot. So that's not too bad. But bear in mind, I don't have horse archers anymore. I don't have horse archers at all. So, okay, here we go. Let's tell these guys to just do their own thing. Please don't kill me. Ah, no. Thankfully, my horse has better armor now. That really helped, in my opinion. Okay, can you actually start throwing your thrown weapons, please, and start killing these guys? Oh my. Oh, this is a bit of a... This is a bloodbath and a half, isn't it? Yes. Oh, dear. Yes, see now, this is what I'm talking about, you see? This is what I'm talking about. If we had horse archers right now, this would be a lot easier, no doubt about it. It would be a lot easier, but that's the thing. It's these guys. I think these guys are really, really dangerous. And it's kind of... Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, as I said, I think these guys are literally just the most dangerous thing ever. Because, as I said before, I actually attempted to fight these guys in a test of mine with about 50 eggplants. The previous version of the eggplants as well, by the way. And I was unable to win that as well. Okay. Well, we can temporarily leave, which was good. But you see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Those are the kinds of moments I'm talking about. I think those fellows are so significantly problematic just because they are pure berserkers. They don't have thrown weapons, they don't have anything. They literally just go straight at you with reckless abandon, very reckless in actual fact, and they just don't care. They just don't care about what you're doing. They literally just run straight at you, and good luck trying to stop them. That's all I can say. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty harsh. All right, well, I guess the best thing I can do now is pretty much just go back to my settlement and oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. That's actually not my... That's not my child. Yeah. That is a Maliana's and Darian's. Yeah. That is... yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, he apparently needs my guidance. I'm not entirely sure why he needs my guidance, to be honest. But look, these are his stats, by the way. So this is actually really pretty cool that they have done a bit of a revamp on this and have actually allowed you to see his stats. Because I think before they didn't actually allow you to see that, or maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, never mind. It's actually a girl. Oh, my bad. Okay, well, whatever the case. Vigor, social, control. I'm probably going to be going for Vigor here just so that we can make sure that her melee skills are really, really good. And at the same time, she shows her mother's... I have no idea. We kind of want to level up... I mean, she has amazing stats, actually. Thinking about this, look at this. She has amazing stats. Okay, intelligence, I guess, because medicine skill is pretty good. And there we have it. All right, so that seems pretty nice. And now we can head onward. Okay, yeah. So that was a pretty eye-opening exhibit of how crazy good the obscure soul judge inquisition whatever people... I mean, I have a bunch of them, as you can see right here. Obscure soul judge knights. How really good they actually are. It's pretty amazing. I actually ended up losing a huge amount of prisoners as well because I had a much lower company size, which now grinds my gears even further. Oh well, never mind, that's fine. Because we do now have the ability to get some Blood Lotus Revenge Knights thrown in there. And I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of off-screen progression as well because, you know, there's no war going on right now. There's no war going on, so I might as well take the opportunity to do that. Let me just... yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just... Oh, I can't upgrade this. I need 400. Oh, I don't have enough wood. That's sad. Oh, well, never mind. I guess I just have to do a little bit of repetition here, just get that up to 100%. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and get some potatoes. Let's get another 50 of those, and there we have it. All right, so what I'm going to do is in my off-screen time, I'm basically just going to run around as much as I possibly can. Going to try to auto-resolve against a lot of random bandits. I might try to defeat the Obscure Soul Judge Knights, because I probably can do that now. But apart from that, that's going to be it for this episode. And next time, hopefully there'll be some war going on. I mean, technically, I could have caused war myself this time, but I thought, hey, you know what? Let's get married. Let's do a bunch of other stuff, you know, customize our troops and everything. And I felt that, I felt like that was kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.